Hi, I'm Alan Vanwer. I'm going to give you one of the best guitar lessons you'll ever have in your entire life. Today, I'm going to show you how some of my guitar and computer programming combine for educational purpose. A lot of people are teaching modes incorrectly, and I've noticed that since I put out these videos, I'm starting to create a little bit of a new shift in the way people are teaching, and I think that's awesome. I feel like I helped to start a little bit of a conversation about this and get people on the right path, because a lot of people are teaching this in a suspect way, which seems correct in the immediacy of what they're showing, and it kind of is in that way, in the immediacy only of what they're showing, but in actual music, it doesn't hold up. And I'll tell you, here's what I mean. So if somebody's playing an A major scale, and they say that's Ionian because I started it on this note, it is in context of what I just did only. So if I keep hitting this note and ending and starting there, even my AI knows that's the A major scale. So it's going to come up. Now if I said, let's do the G major scale, it knows I'm using the G major scale. And at the same time, it shows it live on the screen. If I went, I'm not tabbing this afterwards. This is all live, which is neat. That's part of the little demonstration of something I programmed here, because I'm a nerd and this is what I like to do. But yeah, that was A minor pentatonic. Good for you, computer nerd AI thing. But anyway, forget about this Giuseppe thing in the background, my little AI dude. Forget all that. I know that it draws your attention easily because it's kind of neat. But more importantly, the modal thing. People will teach if I start here, and I keep ending on the B, they'll say, okay, that's B Dorian. And I get that. In that context, because the B is their starting and ending point, it's going to give the ear an importance. It's going to say that's the tonal center. And that is true. You'll hear that as your B. But in actual context of music, that isn't a song. Like, that doesn't happen in a song for the entirety of a song. So there's usually a bass guitar part or bass line of some sort of bass instrument, chord progressions, harmony. So whenever all that stuff happens, it's going to change the tonal center way more strongly than whatever you think you're doing on a guitar lead part. Lead guitar is such a small part, a component for establishing tonal center. The tonal center is going to be dictated by the chord progression, the bass line, and usually the scale will too. Almost like, I'd say 95% of the time it is. Oh, by the way, as you can see up there, when I play chords, it knows what I'm playing. So it detects my chords. So if I did a C major 7, G augmented. But anyway. All right, so let's get down to business. So I'm going to show you what's actually important. The tonal center is important. So I do have a backing track here. It's an A major chord. All right, so if I have an A major chord, there are 10 scales that contain it that are diatonic scales. 7 musical kind of scale things like the pentatonic blues. I don't totally consider those scales, but a lot of people do. So I added those into my program too. And what you're seeing now also on the screen is my Magic the Gathering looking cards that I made. I have a computer program I also built that I didn't release to the public yet. It figures out every association in music theory for chords and scales specifically. The Gathering, whatever. Sometimes I'm nerdy. I like playing games, but I put that up on the screen for you here. So if you look at major scale, for the major triad here, an A major triad would be the root, third, 5. Right. So if I play the A major chord, that chord fits in the 1 position of the major scale of it. So the 1 position is right here. So that's an A. Now the 4 would be our D. So the D major scale also has the A major chord. The 5, which is the E major scale, also has E major scale has an A major chord in it, right? And harmonic minor up a third. So if I went to the 3rd and did harmonic minor, it's going to fit because that has an A major chord in it. All right. So with the backing track, the backing is just an A major chord that loops. The A major, that obviously has a major chord. D major. You can do it in any position, it doesn't matter. E major, so that's mixed Lydian of A. Here's A Lydian. Alright, now if I did the harmonic minor one, so let's go to the 3 of A, which is our C sharp, play harmonic minor there. And then let's go up to the 4, which is going to be the D in harmonic minor. This is the Phrygian dominant sound. So you can see how the context of my scale versus tonal center is such a big difference. So next, melodic minor on the 4, which would be D. All right, melodic minor is a major scale of the flat third. next we'll go to the 5, which is going to be E melodic minor. It's nice. Harmonic major, which most people don't use, but harmonic major is a flat 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, flat 6, 7, 1. And if we go to the 4th D and do it, sorry. And then go to the augmented 5. So this would be F. We have musical events, pentatonic minor, F sharp, A major pentatonic. Same thing, F blues, F sharp blues. Hungarian minor on the flat 2. Here's a unique one you probably never did before. Alright, Hungarian minor in the 3rd. And then the next is the 4th, which is our D. That's the normal. See how cool? Now we have diminished. Isn't that neat? Alright, so that's every possible combination ever. That is literally every scale that actually contains the A major chord. So there's like what, 17 or something I said? It's a lot. That's a lot of stuff. So this also is another bit of info that drives me nuts. When people teach the caged system, here's another example of why the caged system kind of sucks. They'll say this chord means this scale or something. No, that chord means 17 scales that I just showed you and demonstrated. They all sound different, very unique. They're different modes. So we only really have like 4 scales. So harmonic minor, major, melodic minor, and harmonic major. And kind of Hungarian minor, but that's really more of a passing tone thing in my mind still. So essentially you have 4 diatonic scales and then different modes of those. Now this is just one chord. This is just the major triad, right? So I have this program. It'll show every possible chord in music. And there's only like 90 some, I think 93 or 97 chords in music, with non-consecutive 3 half steps or something. But I have them already all built, these decks of cards that gives you every possible combination from scales and chords. So you could easily know every option you have to solo over any chord at any moment, which is really, really helpful. And this is why I feel like I'm able to help people by teaching theory, because I was assisted by my Giuseppe in a couple different ways that are really, really neat. So I hope you understand this and you like it. And if you have any questions, let me know. Live stream, it's twitch.tv/guitar lesson. By the way, I'm going to have other guitar teachers on there on different days of the week. So if you're a really good guitar player, you probably already are friends with me. So if you're watching this video, reach out to me and we'll see if we can get you a spot on there. I can't promise any pay right now, but if it works like I'm hoping, the channel on there should kind of blow up, because if I get a bunch of good guitar teachers back to back every day, a lot of people should subscribe to that channel there. So if you're interested in that, let me know. Again, I can't pay anybody right now, including myself. But eventually I'm looking to like split it so everybody makes a lot of money on there. That's the goal. I think it could work out really well. If you think that's a bad idea, let me know too. I don't know. I'm trying some cool stuff. All right, everybody. I will see you next time. Thanks a lot for hearing me out. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Please remember to follow me on here. It really helps. And remember also to hit the thumbs up button, or the heart, I mean. When you do that, it shows the algorithm that other people will be interested in the same video that are like you. So if you don't hit that, it kind of screws me up a little bit. As far as the algorithm goes on here. So thanks so much. I appreciate you guys for hearing me out. I know I seem like a pedantic maniac sometimes in my videos, but I figured now is the time I'm going to actually show you where this info is coming from a little bit, or show a good demonstration of why I feel not only am I qualified to help with this stuff a lot, but that I have some cool tools at my disposal that nobody else in the world right now has as far as technology. So I'm going to be using this stuff. So if you're pumped up about this, let me know. This is going to be cool. All right, I'll see you hopefully again really soon.